Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
There. Guys, am I audible? Hemant, Gopi, Kishan, Padmaja.
Yes, audible, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for confirming. Let's wait for a couple of minutes for everyone to join. I will start the class at 9:35. Please check your audio and video settings. Hey, hi guys. Good evening. Let's get started. So we're already crossed 6 minutes. Thank you so much for joining today. So good evening, everyone. As you may have heard, this is Kasi Edumati. So I'll be your full stack trainer for next 5 months. So this course duration will be 5 months, as we may have already heard during the prompting. So the total duration of hours will be 150 plus hours. So I'll be teaching both front end and back end and all the database and AI cloud technologies also. So in next session, in the next slide, we're going to cover what are your questions you may have. I'm sure you may have definitely the common questions that we have. We are living in an AI era. So there may be a lot of doubts on some questions. Okay, we'll cover that first. And then I'll move to the marketing, how the market is in on the full stack development, especially on Java, whether you're a fresher or experienced or role, what type of roles you are going to apply, how is the market in 2026? All these things I'm going to cover. Okay. Along with that, so I'll be covering in this session for next 5 months roadmap also. What are we going to cover for each month, month by month, and then most important topic then next is the Gen AI track. So as a developer, so in this AI world, how can we develop application using AI? And without AI, how can we build AI software? And with AI, how can we build software? And then as a Java developer, when Gen AI is there and AI is already there in the market, so what is the use of learning Java in this case? We already know AI. If somebody knows prompting and if somebody knows agentic, so they can simply build AI applications, right? Why do we really need to learn a particular language called Java? So that is also, I'll go deep dive into it. I'll especially talk about this. And then what are the companies that we are expecting? So for this kind of fresh skill for a fresher, whether you're a fresher or you're a career switcher, or you are looking for you are someone who is already studying and looking for a internships or a company. So how are we going to achieve that? And then finally, from a fresher to developer, how can we become a fresher to develop in the next 5 months course? Okay. And then what are the daily disciplines that we are expecting for as an institute, as a trainer, as a student, what you are going to do? So I'll be talking about that at a quick glance. So the batch will start at September 1st week. Okay. So today is the first demo class. I'm not going to, with an intent that I'm not going to cover any technical stuff today, but it is to introduce you all the KSR and this in this batch, Java full stack batch, and then when are we going to start and what is our roadmap will be. Okay. So the batch starts at, as I mentioned here, September 1st week will be the batch. The timings will be same timings. It will be 6 to 7:30. So today, since it is the first demo class, we have started at 5:30. Okay, from next week onwards. So once September 1st week onwards, the classes will be holding on 6 to 7:30. Okay, and then total duration, as I already mentioned, it will be 120 sessions. So mostly 150 hours of class. So first 120 hours will be covering all the technical topics that I'm going to discuss detail. What are the exact topics that we're going to discuss? And next 30 days or 30 hours. So we are going to cover projects building. So we are going to cover a couple of projects. What are those projects? How are we going to build? I'll talk about it in details. Okay, and next, the duration will be, as I mentioned, 5 months. And again, doubt clearing sessions. I'll be there here as a trainer, both offline and online. I will be available. So along with that, and a 24/7, our staff also will be available at KSR. Okay, so as you already may know, in the charts, so KSR is available at JNTU, near JNTU Metro in Hyderabad, as a physical branch situated at, and then I'll be available in online also. This is a hybrid course. If you're interested to join through online, you can join. Happy to join. And if you're available offline, we would request you to join offline and come join with us, for live practice session also. We have a desk available. We have a lab sessions available. We have a separate staff, dedicated staff, who is sitting with you along, and then clear your doubts, apart from what I'm teaching in the class. Okay. So next, we'll go to the next slide that. So at the part 1 of this session, we are going to cover what are your real questions. Okay, that is the first question before you join the Zoom call today. I'm sure you might have different type of questions, and you might have heard people from your colleagues or your friends or your seniors. You may have different type of questions. We are living in an AI era, jobs are less, AI is coming, job may be gone. So why are we learning Java? So is Java still relevant? So these are the questions that we definitely will have. So we'll talk about the first question that you may have, which I'm thinking you may have. Okay. So I'll give an opportunity by end of the class. You can ask any questions that you may have. Okay, the first question that I get, even as a Java developer, who is available in the industry for last 11 years, even I have that question couple of years back. Okay, so now having a personal experience who is working on a Java, is Java still relevant in the AI era? So I would say, or anyone in the industry would still say, who have already utilized Java for their development, they will really say it is yes. I'll tell you the reason why it is yes. Okay, Java, let's understand Java comes into the market 1995. It's already more than 30 years, right? Around 30 years it came into the industry. So I'm sure 10 years back, your friends or your seniors may have told you, I'm working on Java. I'm working on developing a software. Okay, you might have heard Java has been spreading across in all the companies, all the industries. Okay, it may be a banking domain, telecom domain, insurance domain, or retail, or any kind of domain where it can be. Whatever the applications they are building, that they are in Java since 20 plus years. Now tell me, if you're already building Java since 20 years or 30 years, so do you think, so now AI came into market, I will be switching the entire applications to AI, using AI to a different domain or to different application. Will that be possible? Absolutely not. They won't take a risk of that, because the company, maybe a smaller companies or a smaller, large, small scale applications, they might dare to switch. But in generally, the big companies like JP Morgan, banking applications, KPMG, Infosys, TCS, all these companies, they may not, do a day to do it, because it will take a huge amount of time, even if you use AI today. And again, there are some drawbacks of using AI also. I'm not saying I'm not against AI. I love AI. Okay, because that made my life easy every day. But the way we have to look at how applications are building, we have to understand that. Now, AI can generate the code. Okay, I'm sure about it. If you can give us some small task, okay, AI will work like your assistant. Okay, say I can say, I'm going to a lunch. I'm saying that, okay, hey, can you do this task for me? If you give a proper prompt, it'll write it for you after coming back from your lunch. But the problem is, it cannot build the system. It cannot integrate the systems. So building a software is not just about writing a code. It's about integrating to the applications also, designing the application, solving the problem. So here, human intervention is needed, and human in loop should be there. Otherwise, AI can hallucinate anything. If you don't give a proper prompt, if you don't give a proper context, and if you don't mention a proper intent, it cannot do the task accurately. So that is where, in recently, you may have heard in the Instagrams also, AI has deleted some, data from a production database. AI has deleted some S3 buckets which are in the production. So this is all the reasons why human should be there in the loop, and human has to guide AI. So end of the day, AI, we have to use it as a tool, but should not be, it cannot replace, or it cannot build or integrate the systems. That is what has been experienced. So I've been using AI since 3 years, 2.5 years at least. So these are all the things that, even if you have to go and surf, and then you have to go and talk to your seniors who may be close to you, just ask them what are the drawbacks of AI and what are the positives of AI, what are the pros and cons of AI. So they will definitely talk about this. And then, so wherever Java is there, so obviously by using AI, what are we building? AI is not a technology. AI is a tool. So we have to understand that first. So end of the day, will AI directly build the application? Will AI directly integrate the application? No. So using AI, I have to write a Python code, I have to write a Java code, I have to write a .NET code. So that is what we will do, right? So we don't directly, AI is not a separate language like a Python, .NET or Java. So AI is a tool using which we write Python program, we write Java programs. That is what we will do. Okay, so I hope you're able to understand that question. So if you have any question, please raise your hand and then stop me. Do not hesitate to do that. So if you have any questions, please try to stop me. So as I already mentioned here, so why Java is not going anywhere? Now people have a question, okay, and people are thinking, so even Java people, Python people, .NET people, or any other programming language also. Obviously, these are all programming languages. They are competing each other. So why Java is not going anywhere? The reason is they are keeping their self up to date. Even that will be applicable for us also. So if we don't keep ourselves up to date now, and if you are learning a Java in a legacy mode, so we'll be outdated. So that is where we are going to cover. So generative AI course, generative AI integrated course with a Python Java full stack. Okay, so now here, okay, coming back to the original question, why Java is not going anywhere? As I already mentioned, Java is released around 1995. Okay, it's been 30 plus years. Okay, and then lot of large companies are already using this, and they have built a huge projects with a huge skill set and huge resource management. Okay, and then they're also using in all the large scale applications, and then security wise, performance wise, they're very good. Okay, and then if you use if you use Java, it is a JVM based application. What is JVM? I'll not go into technical details about it. So it is a JVM is an acronym for Java Virtual Machine. Okay, so what it will do, it will just convert your program into a machine understandable language. So when you do that, so it will compile and keep it as a package. It will increase the performance actually. So I'll not talk about more about it. So there is a JVM architecture. There is a dedicated class which I will be covering in the upcoming classes. But what happens is, so it is running against a JVM where you can reuse your code. We can apply the performance. So the performance of your application will be most important, right? So when you're building an application, so you want to order something. So I'm feeling hungry. I want to order some food. You open Zomato, or you open Swiggy. So first of all, let's check. You have two applications in your mobile. First, you have opened your Zomato and then looking for your order. So then you're searching for some restaurant. So selected some item, a biryani, chicken biryani or mutton biryani. So and then I'm trying to make a payment. So now tell me, if I click on the button and if a payment is scrolling for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, will you stay to that app or will you close the app and go to another app? To be honest, now this generation is very impatient. So after 10 seconds, forget about 2 minutes. After 10 seconds, I will simply close the app and move to another app. The reason is the users are impatient. People need things very quickly. So why I'm telling this is because performance is so important that it can lose your business. If I simply scroll the app, close the app, Zomato app, and if I go to Swiggy, now what is the problem to Zomato? He is losing my money. So he is losing one customer. That is why performance is. Why performance is most important? Because people are impatient. We have to accept the user understanding, and we have to satisfy the user also. Now, if I'm going to Swiggy, simply closing Zomato and uninstalling Zomato, it is a business loss for the Zomato. So building an application which is performance based, which gives a better user experience is most important. So that is where JVM and all these things will helpful for you. And then again, so when I said Java is keeping their system up to date. So when I say Java is keeping their system up to date, they're releasing every new version, risk-free version, okay, for every 6 months. So now when I started my career 11 years back, I have started my career with Java 7 and Java 8. Now you know what is the current Java version? Even I am not using current Java version because they are releasing for every 6 months. So I am using Java 21. Current release version is, which may not be stable version, they will come release the stable version in very future. So 25 is the current version. But in my current project, we are using Java 21. So 11 years back, it was 8. Do you understand? Because every 6 months, they are releasing a new projects, new versions. They are keeping their system up to date. This particular thing, that is the reason why Java is not going anywhere. They are keeping the things up to date. Even AI also. Now, there is frameworks called Java, Spring Boot, Spring. Now, they have also introduced a new module in recent time. Very 6 months back, 1 year back only, they have introduced a concept of Spring AI. So even in your Spring Boot applications, you can apply a AI and build your system. Okay. So those are all the things. Okay. Now what AI is changed and what did not change? Okay. Now using AI, what can we build and what cannot be built, and what AI cannot do and what we can do. Okay. So to be very honest with you, the left side of this, AI genuinely changed this. So writing a boilerplate code. Okay, when I say code, it is a common code that can be written for any of the people. For example, I have a student. I'm building a one student management system. So obviously, or I have a Facebook application. You obviously, if you want to register the Facebook, you have to submit your form, right? Yes or no? First name, last name, employee ID, sorry, first name, last name, email ID, mobile number. These are the things that we provide during the application registration. So for that, we used to call it as a DTOs. DTO means data transfer objects. So what are we doing is we create one Java class and take those information and we save that information. So this is very repetitive task. Whatever the application that you're building, this is a very, very repetitive things. So that kind of code AI can easily write now, and AI can easily write now. And then it is boilerplate code. When I say boilerplate code, it is a common code, template based code. So that kind of code Java is able to write now. So earlier we used to take at least 1 hour, 2 hours. Now it is writing in a minutes of time. Next, so one good part of your generation, this generation is you don't have to by hand the syntaxes. All that you want to do is how the application works, and how do we need to integrate the system. What are the problem that we're actually solving? So that is the beauty of the current generation. So when I was giving interviews, when I was giving interviews 10 years back, roaming around with a resume on the road, like son of Satyamurthy, Allu Arjun. I don't know how many of you know that. So I used to roam with a resume like that. Okay. So, and then when I entered into the interview room, they used to say, can you write a program, factorial program? Okay. I want to, it should be syntax free. It has to be syntax free. So when I say syntax free, we have to, although you know the system, you know the logic, you know things, how things work, but you have to remember the syntax. That is the painful of that generation. That is my generation. Now, people who don't have to remember syntaxes, people don't have to by heart the syntaxes. So AI will do that. AI is able to give a proper syntax-free code, and that is what able to do now. So next, if you provide some problem, for example, some problem is, okay, now what, if you take Zomato, if you take, okay, I'll take IRCTC, or you may feel full bored about that example. So I'll take Redbus or IRCTC. What is the problem that it is solving? So I'm sitting in my home. Okay, I'll take Book My Show. I think probably people who are looking for movies and all, they will be easily relate. So Book My Show, what is the problem Book My Show is solving? Book My Show is solving the problem. So you might have heard, I went to the Chiranjeevi movie 1990s. I was in the queue for long hours. Okay, my shirt and pant also tear down, and I was able to, I could not get the ticket. What is the problem? The problem is I have to sit in the queue, stand in the queue for hours to get one ticket, or to get a ticket for my family. So now what I am doing? So if I want to go to a movie, Bahubali, or if I want to go to Pushpa, what I want to do? I simply open mobile and search for a Book My Show, and then open a laptop, or open a mobile, and then say, okay, this is the movie, this is the location, this is the theater, and then I can book a ticket. What is the problem? Within 1 minute of time, without waiting in the queue, you are able to build an application. So you are able to book a ticket. So why I'm saying this is, if you tell this problem to AI now, even if you're not a student, if you're not working for any application, if you really have an idea, good idea, and that first draft will be given by AI within a seconds of time, within minutes of time, we can build an application. So we can build an application. The first draft can be given by afternoon. Instead of an afternoon, it can build in a seconds of time. So unfamiliarized. So some concepts which I don't know, or some things which I don't have in my mind, or some error messages which I don't know, or which I'm not good at English. I know basic English. I'm not good at English. So obviously we need to provide some error messages also, right? So when you click on payment is failed, now you will get a message like, unfortunately, sorry for the inconvenience. I'll just provide please try after some time. Some beautiful message, user-friendly message will be given to user. So even that kind of messages can be suggested, can be generated by AI. So that is the left part of it. So right part of it, okay, AI could not do. I mean, it is able to do few things, but it is not perfectly doing. So what are the things that it is not able to do? So understanding what the business actually need for. So I gave the problem already, right? Book my show. So you have to tell the problem. Anyone who want to build the business, who want to build a software, they will come up with a problem statement. Okay. So we have to feed what is the actual business need is, what actually business is asking for. So there you have to talk to the business, you have to have some conversations, you have to refine it, you have to enhance it, you have to basically, this is nothing but planning and designing. So this kind of phase AI is unable to do. Okay, designing the data model, designing the system, this is not architectural designing. So all these things it is not able to do. So now again, debugging a production problem. So production, I don't know how many of you go watch what is that, Balakrishna. I don't know how many of you are from Telugu or non-Telugu states. So you may have seen Balakrishna's show. What is that show? Unstoppable. So when Pravas came to Unstoppable show, did you hear news that Prabhas came to Unstoppable show? It was hanging for hours. AHA went down. AHA went down. Do you know that? No? Okay. How many of you know this? Do you heard this news? When Prabhas came to Unstoppable show, the system has crashed actually for a couple of hours. It was down for a couple of hours. Are you able to hear me, guys? Can someone acknowledge, please? Do you know Prabhas? Come on. Pardasarathi, Harika, Kishan Kumar, Janardhan, Gopi, Hemant, Divya, Ritvik. Do you guys know? Are you able to hear me?
Yes, I'm able to hear you.
Okay. So yeah, thanks. Okay, thanks for confirming that. So basically, it was a production issue. We call it as a production issue. When we say production issue, if application is running already, it is sitting in front of the user. And if that application goes down, we call that as a production failure. Okay, if application goes down for certain time, AI will not come immediately and sit in front of the system and do its job. It's human who has to identify the thing and then come to system and then debugging that application at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. or whatever the time. So this is where, so what I mean to say, to conclude this is, whatever we are able to do AI is at the same time, at the end of the day, it is a tool we are using to enhance the applications, to expedite the application production development, and then standardize it. Okay. So next, explaining the trade-off to a manager who does not code. Okay, there are managers who does not code, who manages the things. So there it cannot do. Obviously, it cannot do that job. Next, what is the next question? AI automates the smallest part of the job. So just giving a clear pictorial representation of what can be done today, what can be done by AI today, and what cannot be done by AI today. So reading and understanding the code, I'm sure I'll tell you very beautifully, AI is able to do it. But okay, but what is the problem? We have to understand how AI has to use also. If your code base is 1,000 files are there, 1 lakh records of 1 lakh lines of code is there. If you drop entire thing to AI and tell you to understand, read and understand, it cannot do. Because we have to understand the AI tool, how AI tool works. If it crosses the AI tokens, if it crosses the tokens, and then it will start hallucinating it, and it will start hallucinating it, and it will provide incorrect inputs. So that is where we also have to understand not just using AI, but how to use AI for your development. That is also you have to understand. Then debugging and fixing, 22% I would say it is able to do for sure. And then design and discussions, very less actually. So design and discussions, human loop should be there, and writing a brand new code. Actually, this is doing a good job, I would say. So, but as long as your architecture and system design is good, it is able to do. And then deployment, operations, and meetings. This is very sensitive thing. So when I say deployment, operations, and meetings, obviously meetings we have to attend. AI cannot attend. AI can attend, but it may hallucinate and it will incorrectly communicate. That there will be a lot of problems if there is a miscommunication. So next, deployment ops and meetings. When I say deployment and operations, if there is an issue in production, when there is an issue in production, If you don't communicate it properly, if you don't fix it accurately, then it will be a problem. We cannot completely rely on AI in this area. We cannot completely rely AI in this area. So where AI is strong, so the 50% slide, generating a new code from a clear instruction, it is genuinely very good at this. To be very honest with you, I'm sure you can check with the seniors also. It is genuinely very good at this, and you should use it every day. I'm sure. So for every my class, okay, once you join the course, okay, for everyday classes, whatever the assignments that I'll give you, and whatever the projects that we are going to build. So we'll build the projects with AI, without AI also. How can you, as a developer, how can you use AI on a day-to-day basis? And what are the guardrails? What are the security information that you have to provide or talk to AI, and what not to talk to AI? So the remaining 85%, okay, reading an unfamiliarized code, okay, so, and then building an application, deploying an application, okay, so on the training that you're getting, so all these things obviously AI cannot do. So that's the part one of this. So next we'll come into part two. So before we go there, do you have any questions until here? Divya, Hemant, Gopi, Teja, Pardasarathi, Ritvik. Any questions until here?
No, we are good.
Okay, cool. Okay, thanks. Thanks for acknowledging. So let's jump into second part of it. Okay, so demand and where the jobs actually are. Okay, who is hiring, which roles, how careers grow. Okay. Now, obviously, in the market in 2026, I'm sure I have to be very honest with you. You might have already tried different type of things or different type of ways, okay, outside, and you may not have got more calls. Okay, that is there. That problem is still there. I agree with you. So, but the myth that people are saying, completely jobs are gone and nobody can do it, so we can't make the jobs, that is absolutely not there, because I am also Java full stack developer. I worked on Python, I worked on .NET, I have been working on since day one of my career on Java full stack. Okay, so I'm still using Java for developing my current application. I'm still hiring for my company. So I'm also in the interview panel. I'm still hiring for the company. So we cannot say completely there are no jobs. So there is a mass hiring out, definitely. So, but the people they are looking for is not the legacy Java skill or legacy any programming skills, but AI integrated programming they want to ask. Because if somebody comes today and say, I'm able to build Java, I'm able to I'm writing a boilerplate code. I'm writing a boilerplate code, and then I can build the application from my own without looking at the internet, without looking at AI. Then people will say, you are outdated, you can go out. To be very honest with you, that is what happening. So when I'm in the interview panel, when people, what my managers and my people are asking in my company is, Kasi, if any candidate comes in, first you have to check with, is he a user or a builder or a scientist? So at least he has to be a builder. Okay. Or in the worst case, he has to be a user. If somebody says, I'm yet to learn AI and I don't know AI, or I'll use AI. So I think you don't have to proceed with that kind of candidate. That is what been telling me as an interviewer. I'm sure that is happening for everyone also. So whether you are a Java developer, whether you are a backend developer or a full stack developer or a Python developer, it doesn't matter. You have to integrate your work with AI. So from product to development, system designing, architectural, senior developer, junior developer, no matter who it is. So they have to use AI to expedite their work. Okay. So that maintain the better accuracy of their work. That is most important. That is what companies are hiring for. So if your profile is filled with AI skills along with the development skills, that is when you will be hired in. Okay. So now service-based companies, I'm sure. So TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Accenture, Cognizant, Techem, Capgemini. So a lot of things are still Spring Boot is in a hot cake. Okay. So as I already mentioned, they have built their software since 25 years. Nobody will switch the company just because nobody will switch the skill just because AI came into market today. Okay, it's not one day work, right? They build the applications since 25 years. Okay, so it is not possible to switch, okay, overnight. Overnight switching is not possible. The companies are still hiring for Java, Spring Boot, and with AI. As I already mentioned, AI is a tool using which you are, end of the day, you are going to write Java code only. You are going to write a Python code only. So all the companies who are looking for Java skills, the primary skills they are looking for is Java, Spring Boot, and AI. AI integrated development they should be able to do. So the final thing that I wanted to tell you is, if you want to work with a team, if you want to work with a project, so you are someone who needs, you can wire an LLM, okay, who can wire an LLM into an existing Java service safely. So, okay, so basically, generally what happens is, lot of freshers is lacking into this skills. That is where we are going to give a training and helpful for you. Okay, so as I already mentioned, Spring comes into Spring AI. Okay, Java has given a new thing called Spring AI. So even your using your Spring Boot and Java, you can integrate with your AI and build your applications. Okay, so that is where I would say. So okay, now after end of this course, what kind of roles that you can apply for? What kind of roles that you can choose for? And what kind of roles you can apply, and what kind of job you can do? So these are all the roles that you can say. There are 8 roles that I mentioned. Java as a backend developer. If you're a backend developer, you don't need a React, but we are going to cover React also here. But specifically, if by the end of the course, you'll be in a position to apply any of these roles. If Java backend developer, full stack developer, microservices developer, API or integration developer, or a production support engineer, or a AI application engineer, or cloud leaning Java developer, or QA automation engineer also. Because so we are going to cover all the things. I'm going to the next topic will be roadmap for next 5 months. So we are going to cover all the concepts that will be required for all these roles. Okay, you can apply any of these roles. Okay, so if you're an AI application engineer, you need someone who knows LLM APIs and how to use RAG, how to work with generative AI, and using them, how can we build Java services. So as I mentioned, you know AI concepts, but what do we do with those concepts? You build Java only again. So that is when we are going to apply all these roles. Okay, AI application engineer. So QA automation engineer. So generally, if you know all these concepts, you may not prefer to go to QA automation, because 30% of the course itself will cover this role. Okay, so you'll focus on many roles. Okay, so companies hiring from KSR. Okay, so a lot of people from our institute for last 7 years. So I think I missed to update you. So KSR has started, okay, 9 years back. KSR has started 9 years back. Okay, the companies that are hired from KSR are these. These are the list. I think obviously I could not fit in all those companies here, but there are other companies who have already tied with us, and these are all the companies where our students are working since last 7 years. Okay, so as I mentioned already in the beginning, so there is no guaranteed placement for any specific company I would mention, but the thing is, will be helpful for you to shape up your career to be interview ready, will help you to get your companies, get your calls, and it is your responsibility to crack your interview. Okay, so again, okay, let's go to next slide. So what will be your roadmap? What are the next 10 years will be for your career once you complete this course? So you'll start with your trainee engineer or a trainee associate. If you go to any company as a fresher, your role will be trainee or associate engineer. Next 1 to 3 years, if you get a promotion, if you have performed well, so your role will be software engineer. Software engineer who is the one who have completed their training, who have completed the probation, and they have confirmed as the developer role. And then next 3 to 6 years, this is the midterm career of any developer, which is a senior engineer. And then we'll be going to lead or architect. And then after 9 years, principal engineer or manager. If you want to choose technical career, you can go to principal engineer or principal architect. That is the position that I'm hiring, that I am in now. So I have 11 years of experience. I am working as a principal architect in one of the reputed organization. Okay. So do you have any questions until here? I would assume no, because the second part of this session was aspirational version, right? Because where you wanted to be. So that is what. Now we are going to cover, what are we going to cover in next 5 months? Yeah. I think I'll take a pause for 30 seconds. If you have any questions, in generally, or what are the slides that we covered until here, you can ask. Hi team, this is Mahesh. I'm your placement officer. If you are not getting placement, it's my responsibility. Okay. So you can have any questions you can ask me regarding placements. Ashmita, Divya, Hemant, Gopi, Teja, Prasad, right? Ritvik. So guys, you have any questions related to the placements? As of now, the trainer told about multiple things. What is the Java? What is the opportunity in the AI era? Java is really works in this current market. Anyone have this kind of question? Is Java really worth in this AI era? Everyone is saying AI ML, but Java still worth. Anyone have this doubt? Ashmita, you have anything? Divya? Say yes or no. Anything is fine, guys. Just unmute yourself. Yeah, Divya.
No, Mahesh.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you have question. Java still worth or not, right? Divya, unmute yourself and who are that? Asmita or Divya? Who's asked this question?
No, Mahesh, I'm currently working, so I have an idea like how it's working
You
in the
have an idea
services
what
stuff.
exactly Java can do, right? So what are
Yeah.
the tools you guys are using? The AI tools called Claude AI, Chat GPT, or else any other AI tools. Everything work under in the website only. The form is developed by the developers. It's maybe Java or else maybe Spring Boot, multiple, right? So all these will works under with the developer only. So the developer jobs would never ends actually. It may easy, like your trainer told in the previous slides, it become more maybe easy, but without the developers, all these tools can't work. Right? Maybe you are already working, you are aware about this, ma'am. And Akhil, you are joined. Akhil, yesterday he called me, he got recently job. Actually, he completed data science course 1 year back in the KSR, but he got job as a Java developer. After getting placement, they are giving Java project to him. He called me yesterday. Mahesh, I want to join the Java again. Akhil, you are not there? She was from US actually. Okay. So maybe he may go with a record later. Guys, even I am observing recently who got the job as an ML engineer or else data engineers, sometimes AI experts. Again, they are asking to web development side also, along with his AI skills. So those kind of scenarios also is there. So now it's come to the placement. We are going to be focused on the multiple different technology things here. Those things maybe I will explain in the last minute. You have. Okay. After complete roadmap, I will explain you like the placement point of view, the portfolio, your LinkedIn optimization, your Naukri optimization. So my intention will be before completing course, you have to be get the job. Not this is my ultimate goal. My initial goal will be before completing your first 2 months, you have to be get the paid internship. Not just an internship document by just giving by some XYZ companies. You have to be get the salary. You have to get the real work. So for that, what I am doing, guys, I am going to be get connect with the tie-up with the multiple startups. I didn't saying like it will be like a big giants or big four or else like a Google or Microsoft, not with those kind of companies. Startup range companies from the T-Hub, some other HSR layout from the Bangalore and some companies from Hyderabad, some companies from Indore. Their intention need manpower with less pay, around 5,000 to 20,000. Some okay. So those kind of companies are doing some POCs before doing their final product, right? They are taking multiple POCs. For that, they need a manpower. Literally, they need some labors. Don't take me this word as a wrongly. For that, getting in a job and opportunity easy for us. We are going to be work hard for them. Meanwhile, you are going to be learn complete concept. It will be easy to get a job after 6 months. So I will guide you completely. Even in tomorrow, we have in a session. So we will guide you how it will work. I will show you the portfolio, how you are building your portfolio. I will show you like our LinkedIn how to optimize. So here, most of the people still using Instagram. So I need a promise. You have to be using Instagram only once in a week. And the rest of 60 days, you have to be using LinkedIn. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Mahesh. Any questions there? No? Okay. We'll move on to the roadmap. I'm sure this will be the most important and the thing that you're looking for or you're waiting for. So then what full stack actually means, I'm sure you must have, some of you are familiarized with this. So when you say full stack, what is the meaning of this is, if you are given a problem, okay, if you are given a problem, you are asked to build a software, you should be able to build from starting to ending. When you say starting to ending, from front end. Front end means whatever you are seeing on your using your eyes. If you go to Instagram, you go to Facebook, you go to WhatsApp, you go to Swiggy, Zomato, whatever it is, whatever you are able to see, some buttons, forms, some colors. So all these things are built using front end technologies. They are React, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React. So for front end, we are going to use React. We are going to talk React here as part of this course. So because that is most demanding, we have a different type of technology frameworks. Angular also there, but as part of this course, we chose to teach React. Okay, and then API also, and then backend, and then database. So these are all the things that we are going to cover. Obviously, in AI layer, LLM APIs, Spring AI, why don't your own service? These are the things that I'm going to cover. And then shipping layer. When I say shipping layer, writing your code and checking into GitHub is not enough. Sorry, writing your code and able to make it work is not enough. You have to push that code somewhere, okay, in a remote place, and you have to deploy that code into production so that everybody in the internet can access your application. So that is where we are going to talk about the Docker, Git, GitHub, AWS EC2, and then you are able to see your application. Anyone can see your application from the internet. Okay, so that is what the full stack. So it's a full stack. You can follow one button to so from here, from left to right, when you click on the submit button of Facebook form, you are clicking on some data and you are submitting some data. Obviously, data is saved into some database somewhere, right? It is saving somewhere. Do you actually believe it or not? You have to believe it, because after tomorrow, if I try to log in with the same details, I'm able to log in it. How database is able, so how application is able to remember? That remembrance, that brain is nothing but a data. That brain is nothing but a database. So we're going to cover MySQL as a database and Spring Boot as a backend technology, Java and Spring Boot, and React. So, okay, next 5 months, what are the order of teaching that we're going to do? So programming foundations that we're going to start with, Java syntaxes, logic. So basically we talk about the core Java. We're going to cover the core Java. I'll give a detailed PDF format. I did not mention all the subtopics here. So if subtopics are mentioned, it will be overwhelming for the slide. So I did not mention very subtopics. So first month we are going to cover core Java, programming fundamentals and core Java, and then we go to database and SQL, because before we jump into the advanced programming, so advanced programming like Spring Boot and all, we need to know database. Okay. So once database is there, we can talk to applications. So second month will be database and SQL. And then, so third month will be React and web application, React and front end. And the fourth month will be Spring Boot and cloud. So on Spring AI also. So here we are going to cover, along with the Spring Boot as a framework, we're going to cover Docker, CI/CD and AWS EC2 deployment also. Obviously, this is not a DevOps engineering course, but whatever is required for a full stack developer, we are going to cover all those AWS services, EC2, S3, IAM. So all these services we are going to cover. Okay, next, AI, obviously fifth month will be Gen AI integration with your application. So we are going to cover Gen AI integration also, along with your application development. We are going to cover at least 3 projects by end of this course. 3 projects based on the domain. One banking based application, one healthcare domain application, one e-commerce application like e-commerce application, e-commerce application like Amazon, Flipkart. So we are going to develop, and by end of this course, we are going to do 3 capstone projects, and then DSA also. So basics of DSA we are going to cover. So 20 core DSA problems we are going to cover. So that is interview purpose only. So now, since we are able to use AI for building an application, not every company is looking for DSA skills. But so if any company may ask you, so in the interview room, that is the reason we are going to cover DSA basics also. So that will be 24 DSA problems once we have covered all the topics. So obviously there will be mock interviews and resume preparation also, and portfolio building as well. So when I say portfolio building, I hope you are able to see this. So this is the portfolio we are going to build for every student. Just 1 second. Not this one. So this is one of the portfolio for one of our students. Okay, Nima is one of our student who is building her portfolio. We will help you to build your portfolio also. If you already have a LinkedIn account, GitHub account, GitHub is where we are going to save all our projects. By end of the course, you are going to save all your projects into GitHub, and your LinkedIn will be attached here. Your resume will be uploaded here. We will talk about a little about your basic information. So which will be video intro. So that interviewer can be HR team. Okay, obviously recruiter will reach out to you, right? So that recruiters can reach out to and you can share this profile portfolio with them, and they can look for every information about you. If they want to look your LinkedIn account, they want to look your resume, they want to see your projects, what you have built, and they want to see your live introduction, so they can see that. So, and then you can mention your technical skills also here, and then what are the projects that you built. So those projects you can we will ask you to, by end of the course, those projects, and during the course, those projects you'll build. And once you build it, we'll ask you to prepare one screen shared recording. That recording will upload here. So that will talk about your projects. Okay, you will talk about your project. Okay, so that will be uploaded. In the bottom, we'll talk about your introduction. So similarly, so this is another student we have. So software engineer, junior software engineer who is working, we have trained here also. So technical skills, these are her technical skills, and these are the problem solving skills. These are the technical skills or introduction that she has. And then GitHub, LinkedIn, resume, similar format for every student. Okay, fortunately, she has built 4 projects. She has built 4 projects and she has uploaded every project here. So, and then if you have done any certificates, that certification also we are going to provide. And then about the introduction. So you can mention your introduction. So this is the portfolio building also we are covering along with that. And then obviously, so as Mahesh spoken with you already, so Mahesh will be the placement assistance officer here. So he'll be assisting you to build a portfolio, build a LinkedIn account, and posting LinkedIn things on a day-to-day basis. Okay, every day you have to, once the some major concept is completed, not the basic fundamentals, but the major concept is completed, he will train you to how to post things in the resume. If you build small application, mini project, how can we post that into LinkedIn? Because getting the LinkedIn visibility is most important for getting calls. So that is also we are going to cover. So resume building, portfolio building, we are going to cover. And along with that, we are going to provide you a tool called Clear My Interview. This tool is the product of KSR. KSR built this tool. So what we can do is using this tool is, if you simply build, login and upload your resume. Based on your resume, it will assess your resume score, and it will assess you the interview also. It assess your skills also. So if you upload your resume, it will ask you interview questions. It will ask you interview questions, and I can answer them. So it will be a mock interview using AI. AI will take your interview. Now a lot of companies are doing the same. I don't know how many of you observed or heard it. Have you ever heard that? Now companies are using AI to take the interview. So similarly, we have built a tool called Clear My Interview. This is the AI-based interview. If you upload your profile, this will take your interview and provide you the score like this. If you see in the side, it is a resume score, but similarly, it will provide you the 81%, 22%. It will provide you the score also. Okay, just 1 minute.
Let me explain you guys how it works. And how many are here from Telugu known people? Guys? And how many from Maharashtra? Ashmit Patil, mostly. Ashmita, you are from Maharashtra, right? Okay, no worries. Let me show you how it works. It will be free for all the KSR students, and outsiders it's maybe costing around 2,000 rupees. But first 3 entries is free for anyone. Okay. So you can see here, you have all your aptitude also. So yesterday someone is asking how the aptitude and reasoning. We are going to be teach you completely if you are fresher, like a 2026 passed out or 27 passed out, those kind of students, anyone can join. And we are going to be teach your reasoning and aptitude as well, along with your regular course. So here you can do practice for reasoning and aptitude as well. Logical, verbal ability and aptitude, you can see. And you can get the material and you can do the practice also. After completing this, you can take in a test. Start test. Anyone able to answer this? A combined age of Ram and his father is 55 years. 5 years ago, Ram's father was a 4 times as old as Ram. How old is Ram now? Anyone? Guys, here freshers are there. Anyone able to answer? Who are able to answer correctly, for them, I'm sending one KSR bag.
Do not use ChatGPT.
Yeah, so there is no time. I will give maximum 5 seconds only now, because you will take the screenshot and keep it in ChatGPT. Right? It's a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No answer, guys. No worries. We will show. I'm not sure this is the right answer or wrong answer. You can check answer here. The right answer is 14, and it's explaining also why the 14 is correct answer. Okay, let Ram is X, father is Y, X plus Y equal to 55. You can see the entire formula. Okay, how the correct is. So this is for the completely freshers. Along with that, you can do the resume analysis as well. Anyone have your resume ready now? Anyone? Parthasarathi, Pranisha, Ritvik, anyone have a resume of yours? Ashmita. So you can able to upload your resume and check your resume capabilities and matching skills with the now compatibility of the JD. Example, go to the Naukri. So all are Java developer, all full stack developers, right? Let's find it out. Full stack. Java full stack developers experience. I'm keeping as a freshers. Okay. Take this JD. This is a job description, guys. I'm going to upload a new resume. So I'm just uploading any random resume. I don't have particularly. Let's upload this. I'm not sure what that resume actually contains. It will match or it won't match. We will see here. Right? You can see all are missing skills. It's not at all matching, and compatibility only 5%, because that resume is actually for enrolled agent. It's not for the any software related. It is for American taxation. That's the reason there is no matching skills. Only there is a resume. That's the reason it's given 5%. So completely mismatching skills. If it is a matching skills, it will give the good compatibility. The overall score should be at least 80%. Then only we will consider that is a good resume. ATS is fine, readability is good, but compatibility is a 5%. Right? Compatibility will be 5%. Right, guys? Similar way, you can able to validate for anything. So any questions here? Similar way, you can do interview practice also here. See freshers, and maybe you can want to look at Java or Python, whatever you want. And in Java again, JavaScript or okay, subtopic, and then technical. Check these guys. Start interview. You can
explain the concept of closures in JavaScript and provide a practical use case.
I'm not sure with this question. Anyone aware about this? Anyone, guys? So once you want to start the question, right answer, you can just click on here and you can start recording, and you can give the answer. You able to?
I'll just give some random answer I'm giving. Okay, so it's closures are the different type of functions using which we can subscribe the data which is coming from the response. So I'm just giving some random response. Let's see how it will assess.
So I just given the answer and submitting.
Explain the event loop in JavaScript and how it handles asynchronous operations.
Yeah, you can answer.
So event loop is also another type of JavaScript function, which will take the event if any asynchronous event comes in and process that event in asynchronous mode using the backend background threads.
Yeah. So we are closing with the 2 questions, guys. So let's submit. You can evaluate the answer. It will take the question and
What
it
are
will
the
give.
potential issues with using bar?
Okay, I'm closing the session for now. You can download your entry video also, and later you can validate how confidently given the answer. Now check the view report. The first question, what my answer and what will be the score? The reason feedback, the candidate answer is extremely difficult to understand due to the poor grammar and the fragmented sentences. Because we both are speaking at a time, right? It's taken the wrongly most of the cases. Even your communication skills also, your grammar mistakes also, it's capturing. And then it's giving the recommendation. Focus on understanding fundamental JavaScript concept like a lexical scope and how function retain access. It's giving the suggestions also for you. Similar way question and answer, you can see. Okay. Similar way, you can able to go with the technical interview, behavioral interview practice, resume analysis, almost every aspect of your interview preparation. So getting in a call is our responsibility and clearing the interview, it's both of responsibility, not only you. If you are able to practice, you can able to clear the interview, right? So this is the tool we developed. And here also initially similar like you people only supported us like the freshers. We also hired freshers. With a very less package, I given hardly 9,800 rupees for one student to support for this tool. Mainly our experts are there, but a front-end people, we need at least 10 people at that time to develop the tool, right? We had very interns who are in a BTech 3rd year, 2nd year, those kind of people. We paid some bucks and we taken their help. Similarly, these kind of tools are developing by multiple people, guys. And even now there is one more tool in the pipeline. Our team is working on it. Anyone went to the salon recently in the last 1 week or 10 days, guys? Just to say yes, salon or beauty parlor. If it's a boys salon, girls maybe parlor. Anyone in last 1 week or 10 days? I need your answers. Just to open up your mouth, guys. Anyone? Hemant, Gopi? Yes. Okay. So did you wait there? Like it's taken time to wait for 10 minutes, 15 minutes or something in your parlor or a salon? Guys, or else if you are not able to unmute, just keep it in the chat, yes or no also. That's fine for me. At least use your chat box. When you are open up, then only it will be more interactive and I can able to take the more examples, guys. Could you please say hi, yes, no or something? So did you face any these kind of issue when you went to the salon? You wait for a couple of minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes or more than that sometimes? You got irritated with that atmosphere? Anyone? Yes or no? One of the company is
Yes,
building
please.
an application. Okay, great. Thanks. Who is that, ma'am? Divya? Or
Yeah,
Ashwini?
Manish.
Yeah. Divya, you faced that kind of issue, right? When you went for a
Yes,
salon,
yeah. I meet him. Yeah.
sometimes even with the kids, they may be making noise, the kids, and we are not able to spend time there, right? Now,
Yes.
one of the companies planning to build an application where you are going to be book an appointment with a nearby parlor. How Swiggy and Zomato, Instamart's working, right? They are going to be book the products nearby stores only. Similar way, all nearby salon stores, they are collaborating. They are going to be making an application to book your slot. Example, tomorrow you can check the slots availability with the nearby salon and you can book the slot. And tomorrow morning you can go there exact time and you can finish your work. For that application, they need a multiple freshers. So we are going to be give you candidates who are freshers, particularly with the internship, we are pushing to that project. Similar kind of lot many POCs are there. And one more interesting POC. Anyone went to the Rameshwaram cave recently? Even in Pune, they started a Rameshwaram cave. To take your food, right? There is one touch panel will be there. You can book your food and you can they will get the slip and then you are going to be the food counter, right? Did anyone try this one? The food application?
Yeah, not in Rameshwaram Cafe, but some other restaurant I tried.
Yes.
Yeah.
But recently I got one use case. That guy is asking, I need the same application, same kind of setup, but with the voice commanding, not with the touch. Just while going the showroom and asking like 2 dosa, 1 idli. Then it will system should calculate the total amount and it will open the QR code. Once you're done with the payment, it will give the receipt. Take the receipt and go to the counter, take your food.
Yeah, it will. I think it will, minimize the timing and the queue, I guess.
Exactly. The reason his intention will be, my audience will be not that much spending time in front of the touch panel, and they are not that much techies also who are coming in their store. He was into the who are localites and who are into the non-technical people are coming to his hotel. They won't spend time even in a multiple language. Hindi may or like Telugu or a different language. They can say 2 dosa, 1 idli, or else 1 coffee, 1 idli, something. Just they have to be give the voice command. From voice command, system have to be calculate the total amount. Then it will take the printout. Once done with the payment, he given this use case to me. We are planning to build this kind of application as well. All those kind of use cases you guys are going to be doing in real time. You can keep this in your resume also, guys. Right? How you felt these 2 use cases, Divya? One is for a salon. There is
Salon one, actually, I loved it, Mahesh, because we need to go and wait there, right? We will be for long. We need to go wait in there for the things to be done. Yeah, I like that salon concept.
So while we are discussing about this, I liked actually, but one of my colleagues said, who will go for salon also by booking the appointment. But I told in America, there is no salon without salon appointment. You can't go to the salon directly without appointment. If you went without appointment, it will be expensive. In America particularly. So why can't in India also? This is what my argument with him. Then finally he said, okay, let's try to do that.
No, see, most of the salon people will be like maximum educated one only. So, in the urban areas, it will work definitely.
Yes, exactly. So in Bangalore, Hyderabad, or like Pune, these kind of locations, at least a 10-kilometer radius, we can able to connect with the local, all the vendors of the salon owners. So we can just keep it their appointments here also. Let them book and go there. Right? Even salons, there is a benefit for salons also. Example, usually weekends they are occupied. Let them give weekdays also more offers.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, weekdays maybe who are working from home or something, those kind of people can go on weekdays when have more opportunities.
It's very
More
nice
offers.
listening only at some.
If
Actually,
anyone is join with us, like we will try to build this application. Right?
yeah, sure, definitely. Yeah.
Sure. So any more questions? And apart from this portfolio also, I will show you guys. So you can see this is the portfolio. Second. You can see this is the portfolio. Similar kind of website you are going to be get your name, your designation, your GitHub account, your LinkedIn account, and your YouTube video. It is for a self-introduction. Lot many freshers fail to give the even self-introduction. The self-introduction video and one project end-to-end explanation. This is the project explanation. So explanation video also will be there. She is the one of the youngster who helped to develop the Clear My Entry tool. It's a her project only. And also one more in the pipeline to hire an expert. If still not happy with the A, right, we are going to be hiring an expert in the real-time employee. This is on ongoing pipeline actually. That is the project. Okay. You can see her designation, her name, her LinkedIn account, her GitHub account, and her project explanation. Okay. So these kind of tools we are going to be make for you people as well. Okay. Any more questions here, team? Any questions? If you have any technical questions, Kasi will be there. You can ask your questions 24/7. We are going to be keep it in a separate group for you people. So no need to be wait for the next class. If you got a doubt at night 10:30, just post in the group. So not only the trainer, mentors will be there in that group. I will be there. Sometimes your colleagues, co-students may answer your question. It's like a virtual classroom. Maybe in the offline classroom, students will be here. But even though we are into the virtual classroom nowadays. Right? Have any questions? Okay.
Next one. Yeah. Just a second, guys. Okay, yeah, I think we are already discussing that. Yeah, with that, we'll close the remaining things also, like mock interviews, resume, and everything, right? So along with the course content for next 5 months, so the parallelly, your mock interviews, resume preparation, career guidance, all these classes also will happen. So along with the, finally, we are going to build up 3 capstone projects. One is, every capstone project will be focusing on particular domain. So one is banking domain, one more is healthcare domain, one more is the e-commerce project. So 3 projects we are going to build by end of the course. So when I say programming fundamentals, I'll share this deck with you. You go in detail. What are the exact concepts that we're going to build with you? So you don't have to go in detail right here. So you go through all these concepts. So these are all the concepts we are going to build. So in database and MySQL, these are the subtopics we are going to cover. So in web fundamentals and React, so these are the subtopics. Okay, for Java backend and Spring Boot, these are the subtopics. Not just this, I'll share you the PDF. That PDF will contain exact topics. Okay, these are the highlights only. So these are the exact topics I'll cover with you. I'll share this as soon as the class is completed today. I'll share that with you in the WhatsApp group. Okay, next in the integration Docker and AWS. So as I already mentioned, once the application development is completed, we need to ship that development project to our environment. Okay, so only then people can access your application, right? We are able to build Amazon.com. So using that link, anybody able to access the application. So our application also should be accessible like that for in a live by anyone. So if you see in the below public URL http://3.1.110.xx/API employees. So you can build your own API like that, and using which we can access the API or you can access your application also. So we're going to build that way. Next, so when you're using AI, I think these are the things that probably I'll cover in the next topics more deeper. So when you're using AI, what are all the things that we are going to teach? So what we'll teach you to do. So the left side part is what we are going to teach you when you are working with AI. Okay, apart from the technical skills. So AI assisted coding in the IDE. So there are IDEs like IDE means integrated development environment, which is a simple tool where you write the code. Okay, so Claude, Cursor, okay, IntelliJ, VS Code. So IntelliJ and VS Code is the IDEs. Claude, Cursor, and Copilot are the AI tools. So we can integrate those AI tools with the IntelliJ and VS Code, and we can write a projects. That is what something we are going to teach you as part of the AI integrated course. And then prompting for code that compiles. So how can we give a prompt? How can we give a prompt engineering, basically? Prompt engineering, context engineering, content engineering. So these are all the things that also we are going to talk about it. Okay, as a debugger, okay, how can we debug the code using AI? So we are going to use that also. And then when you're building an application, obviously you write some code. I will also write some code. Your team leader also write some code. So obviously someone has to review the code, right? Generally today we review as a human, and also we use AI tool also for reviewer. So even AI tool also, we can use AI tool to review your code. So whatever the code that you have built, is it correct or not? Is it standardized or not? So all these things also we can use AI to comment it. So writing the test cases, writing a documentation about your code, all these things that we will write. And again, the right side part of it is what you should not do with AI. So okay, with AI and with development also. So obviously when you write a code, people think that AI is writing a code and everything is correct. No, AI also is making mistakes. That is our personal experience. AI is also making mistakes. So it won't do the exact job that you're telling, okay, unless you specify very beautifully. Okay, so never commit your code until you cannot explain it. Okay, whatever the code that is written AI, until unless you read that code particularly, until unless you understand that code, particular code, you don't push it. Okay, then again, so before you generate it, okay, first few things, first couple of days, you have to practice on your own. Okay, without using AI, you have to practice. Okay, and then you have to use your AI for building an application after completing of the course. During the course, if you use AI, what will happen? You can't understand the concepts. You blindly use AI and complete the assignments. So every topic, once the topic is completed, I will give you the assignments also. You have to complete the assignments on your own, not using AI. Okay, so that is some of the rules that I will mention you. And then use AI to learn faster, not to skip learning. So that is what exactly indirectly I meant to say here. So while learning, you just simply follow your trainer. It is me, okay? And then while building an application, while building project, I will tell you when to use AI. So that is where you have to use AI also, how to use AI also during the course. After the course, everything utilize AI for building an application. Okay. So obviously one more thing. So most important point in the last, just 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm sorry. So most important part in the last is some of the interviews today are AI based interviews. Some of the interviews are not AI based. So in the interview, they will ask you to complete some task. Obviously, you cannot use AI, right? So in that case, you have to sit on the floor and start writing on your own. So that is the reason I will request you not to use AI during the request. Okay, next. Okay, these are all the subtopics as I mentioned. You can go through this system design topics. Okay. These are the projects and small mini projects that we are going to build. Next, from front-end to. Okay, so I think this is something that indirectly or directly I covered it. So we have seen the GitHub links, resume preparation, project building. Okay, all these things we have already covered, right? So, okay, I think pretty much it is about the summarizing of what we have discussed so far. I'll share you the deck, okay, and you can discuss it. Okay, on every session, there will be a recap of 10 minutes by end of the session, and then concepts will be discussed for 40 minutes, and then there will be a live coding for 40 minutes. Okay, and then last 15 to 30 minutes, you can use it for practice or you can use it for clearing the doubts. Okay, so now I think if you have any questions, I think this is almost end of the course. If you have any questions, you can start ask, but I have few questions that you may have in your mind. If these are not relevant, I think you can ask your questions. So people may say I'm from maybe an outdated question, but it is a common question. So I'm a non-CS background, mechanical, civil, BCom, MBA. So can I really become a developer? Absolute answer is yes, guys. You can ask anyone outside, not just me. They will say yes. Because now there are a lot of examples outside who are a mechanical engineer, civil engineer, MBA, BCom. They are still able to do coding, because whatever you learn here, that will be used for your application development. That will be used for your company. So you don't have to worry about your skill, what your background is. So any graduation should be enough to get a job, to get a developer once you have a skill. So I have a gap of 1 to 3 years. Is it over for me? So actually, no, there are a lot of people, a lot of companies. So in fact, so next week we have a drive, off-campus drive in KSR. The drive is asking for 2024 to 2026 candidates. So obviously 3 years they're covering, right? So there are a lot of such companies who are looking for jobs, but you may get some less calls compared to others, freshers who are passed out 2026. If you're already passed out 2024, 2023, 2025, calls may minimize, but don't think that the calls are absolutely gone. As I mentioned, next week, there is a off-campus drive at KSR for Java developers. So they are asking 2024 pass out, 2025 pass out, 2026 pass out. Okay. Now again, my English is weak. Will that stop me? I think most of the current generation is good at English, but I would not assume that. While we are doing a campus placement drives, mock interviews, and placement cell sessions we are conducting. So all your soft skills also will be covered there. Okay, all your soft skills also will be covered there. Do I need to be good at maths? Okay, no guys, no guys. So pure common sense and basic understanding of asking a question, asking a mentality of why, what. If you have that mentality, that is good. So no need your mathematical understanding for building a logic. How to build a logic and everything I'm going to teach you as part of the course. So I'm slow. Everyone seems to be ahead of me. This is very some of the questions. That is the inferiority question. But I understand that. No, absolutely no. I would say so, because if somebody is slow, if they are using, if they are building an application for 1 hour, you can spend one more hour or 30 minutes. So you can cover that. So otherwise, there is no problem at all. Okay, what if I miss a class? As I already mentioned, we will have a LMS. Everyday sessions will be recorded. I'm sorry. So everyday session will be recorded, and that recording will be available for your website. In the website, recording will be available. Okay, having said that, I would not really encourage you to miss any class. Please do attend the class. That is the only reason we are choosing KSR. So, right, it is an interactive classes. People will be there here. So only then you can listen the class and understand and ask the questions right and there. Obviously, how many of you go and listen the recording? Tell me. It will be boring to record the session. So even like Bahubali, who have spent thousands of crores. Okay, if you open Bahubali now and you will skip in the Netflix for 10 times. 10 times you will keep forwarding and you will see only the hype moments. Okay, that is what happens, right? Even if you go for recording classes also, that will all happen. So please choose to join the class. If you come to institute directly offline, the people will be there. They will be sitting in front of me. Even I'm teaching now in the offline only. Okay, so people are joining from online and offline both. Okay, there are some students who in front of me. There are some people who have joined online. Okay, so I think these are self-explanatory. I think you can go through this. I'll share the deck as I mentioned. Okay. Let's go if you have any questions, guys. That's all about. Okay, I'll just hand over to.
So guys, Mahesh here. I thought to give one more, I can't say offers in the curriculum, but I thought to take it as a challenge. If you guys are bringing your friends also, I thought to make this course for a free for 1 month. First 30 days, there is no need to pay any single penny. Let's attend all the 30 classes. Once you are really happy, the way of teaching style and everything, then only you can pay the fees. So yeah, I'm taking this as a challenge because there are multiple institutions across the world. So maybe you can go to the YouTube and you can go to some other institutions also, right? I thought to see the potential in our trainers and our team, right? So I thought to make this as a 30 days challenge. So first 30 days, you no need to pay single penny, attend all 30 classes. You are really felt, then you can pay for the balance 4 months. Who are watching this in a YouTube also, guys, anyone, you just approach our team. They will give the coupon code to you to get the 1 month trial access. Okay, so take it as a challenge. Team, you can inform to your friends also. Hemant, Gopi, okay, Teja, Prasad, Parthasarathi, Pranisha, Ritvik. So you can inform to your friends. Try this one. This time it is a 1 month. Particularly offline, we will feel more happy. We will give you all your facilities here: internet, water, chairs, even some goodies also, sometimes snacks kind of. So who are comfortable, come to the offline space. Okay. It's because we started very recently in the Hyderabad branch, right? So I thought to see all you people in the offline. And who are coming in offline, we will take it them for the POC projects. Divya, you like that tool, right? So we only will build that application. So even suggest me any good names as well for that kind of application. We only will build the application and very soon we will release. And I already connected with a couple of vendors in the salon owners. Within first month, we will onboard at least 100 salons within a month. Okay. Any questions, team, here? Any doubts, questions? Hemant, Pranisha, Ritvik, you have any questions?
No, sir.
All good? Okay, tomorrow also you can use the same link. Let's join tomorrow as well. And the regular batch classes will start from the, will inform you September 1st week onwards in another 2-3 days only, right? It's already 26th because 2-3 holidays is there in this month and also it seems because of Raki and all. So the complete continuation till September 30, completely the regular classes will be free for 1 month. You can pay your fees only in the October 1st. Till September 30, there is no fees for your course. You can join the live either online or offline. You can enjoy all your classes. Once you got a confidence, the way of teaching style, the facilities we are providing, then you can proceed further.
Yeah, that's a good opportunity for me, sir.
Yeah. So, okay. And one more thing, most of the cases, the demo trainer will be different and the actual trainer will be different. But here, completely Kasi will handle. Any additional topics, sometimes maybe extra mentor will be there, but it's also under the Kasi. He also will be there in that class. 90% curriculum will cover completely by Kasi. The rest are reasoning, aptitude, these kind of topics will cover by a different mentor. The technical content completely will be delivered by Kasi, sir. Okay. Try this, guys. Yeah. All good. We can meet tomorrow then. Yeah. So meanwhile, you can ask me any questions or else we'll meet tomorrow with the same link. Share with your friends. either BTech second year, third year, everything. And recently, like St. Peter's College chairman TV Reddy sir also joined here. And he also suggested me like particularly BTech first, second year students, give me the best price. Because they are not able to afford huge prices, and the time also 6 months they can't afford. So give me the best price. So I'm telling them, any college students, not only that particular institution, any students, any college students, second year, third year students also can join, guys. The 30 days, it's a completely free, right? You can inform to your friends and your colleagues, your juniors, guys, and even freshers here. Okay. Thank you.
Sir, I have one question.
Yeah, you can ask me.
From starting of the month, you can tell me like how we can update the LinkedIn or Naukri like that.
Not only starting of the session, today also we can do, Hemant. Can you share your screen? Is it possible to share your screen now?
Yeah.
Okay, can you share your screen? I will let you know how to do that.
Actually, I am in mobile. I'm not in
Mumbai.
laptop.
Okay, fine. So I will guide you. And Hemant, what's your age? Maybe I can see your DP, it's around 22 only. Is it the same age you are?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyone, did you take any course to use your Instagram?
No.
So how you are using it very actively?
Because of interest.
Interest, exactly. It's a good point. So once you open your LinkedIn, don't think in LinkedIn as a technical tool or something. It's a like your Instagram.
Okay.
Instagram, maybe you are making these kind of photos with a
Yeah.
goggles, with your t-shirt and with a nice jeans. Similar way, what kind of examples or what kind of technology or what kind of topics your trainer teaching, right? Same topic taken as an example in a LinkedIn and make it in a post. I will tell you today only one topic. The Java versus AI, same topic we are today discussed, right? You can go to the chat GPT and discuss. In the AI era, still Java is alive. What is the pros and cons of Java? Take these examples, go to the chat GPT. I want to make as a post for the LinkedIn, the Java versus AI. How Java really works in the AI era. Java still have a life and future. You can take this example and do some research and post your LinkedIn post.
Okay.
Posting, add me, attach your trainer, attach the KSR Datavizon, attach your friends, colleagues, everyone. Slowly, once you are making that kind of post, right? So your post will be reached to the more people.
Okay.
Also check other LinkedIn profiles.
Actually, one of the KSR person who joined me, they said like from starting month, we can tell like how to update your Naukri profile
That
like that.
session, actually, what I am doing, every alternate day, I will take one class, every alternate day on placement.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I'm asking. From starting month, you can explain like that.
Yes. Not only starting month, tomorrow also I will explain. I will show you right now. First of all, what you can do, start following the people where you will get the job opportunities. Example. Okay. Are you not able to see my screen, right? Let me share my screen again. Entire screen. Okay. Hope you are able to see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Click on Java. Jobs. Or else check it in the post instead of Java posts. Java related. See. Check this fellow and follow him. And similar way, some kind of, even our video is live streaming in your LinkedIn. Okay. So already there are technical people. We are hiring related. Instead of hiring, some technical also content will be there like articles. Companies, groups, courses, events, services, schools. Check it in the company's point of view, Java related. Follow already who are made good content on the Java. Okay. So now I will explain you how to fill all the details also later in the class. Now I will explain how to make a good post in the LinkedIn. Now ChatGPT is a free only, right? Go to the ChatGPT. Java, what the topic today? Java versus AI. Is Java still useful in this AI era? I want to make a good LinkedIn post on this. Please help. I'm just giving in a small prompt, guys. I'm giving one more prompt. So give with a decent explanation, like with the example. See, is Java still a safer career choice in 2026? So that it can reach to the more people, it giving all the details. Okay, let's give a second to me. Enabled Java developer. That is our course actually. We are learning Java, Spring Boot, REST APIs, microservices, and LLM integrations. Without this, even the ChatGPT can't work actually. Right? It's taking too much time, it seems. Let's make again. I'm asking with some humorous example. Why I'm choosing humorous example? Only reason will be you can able to understand easily. We will remember. See there, Java is dead again. Every few years, someone announced Java is dead. So, okay, this is we are hearing from the long back. In 2010 also, my cousins, like my elder brothers, they in their time also, they thought when Python come to the picture, Java is dead. But still Java is in the top only. Right? You can see. Take this as an example, try to make it as an article. Also ask ChatGPT only, could you please make a good poster with a less text, more picturization. You may be not expert with the writing all the English communication skills, guys, but at least you are good with the giving proper prompt. Take this complete concept. We copied, right? Meanwhile, let's make the poster. Go to the LinkedIn. Also, there is one small tool called LinkedIn text formatter. Okay. What this formatter will do, it can do the bold letters. Example, you want to do the bold for this. Okay. So where you want to do the more bold, you can do all these things for beautification. Then copy, go to the LinkedIn, start a post. Okay. Now add your friends, KSR Datavizon. I'm just adding. Okay. And Santosh, my another friend, trainer, or else like, what's your name? Hemant, right? Do you have your account? Hemant?
Yeah, sir, I have my account.
What's your detail?
Hemant Reddy Galasam.
PH. Surname?
Yes, Reddy. GALASAM.
GALA?
LASAM.
This one?
No, wrong, sir. GALASAM.
Right? This one?
That's my account.
That's great. Yeah. So add all other people like who are you are interested.
In my name, SAM is wrong, sir.
Okay.
At last.
No, your name is already came here.
But at last, SAM again.
Just give the space and I will try for it. Yeah. Okay. Similar. He is your trainer. Similar way, like you can do this. Okay. And let's check your poster is ready or not. See, Java versus AI. Even you can use all your humorous concepts or like your bring your Rajamouli in your brain and try to make it a more attractive posters. Download this. Okay. And keep it here. Photo. Go to the, you can see. Next. Just keep a post. Even this text also, if you want, you can bring the less one also. What is the concept? In 2010 also, Python came to the picture, Java is dead, but Java is alive. Now again, people are saying like AA is came, Java is dead. But you can see it's giving all the examples in the 2 a.m. what it's happened. AA is not one that getting the call from your manager, but the developer. Okay. Manager, why this application is down? Developer, AA wrote the code, not the developer. Manager, and who approved it? Developer AA. It's giving with a funny conversation. Here's the reality. AA is getting very good at writing the code, but building the real world system requires much more than generating a code. You still need to understand Java, architecture, security, performance, cloud, microservices, and database, right? So Java AA, it's Java plus AA, right? It's not Java. Now Java AI. Okay. If Java is dead, I'm using AI to become better Java developer because AI may replace some coding task. Okay. Got this point, right, Hemant? Just
Yes,
post
sir.
it.
That's a
This is a simple. So because of this, what happened? You are maybe people assuming like you are just copied something, but you are reading at least 2 minutes. Right?
yeah, right.
The 2 minutes will help you to understand even better. Okay. Simply you can post it.
Okay.
Okay. Got it right?
Okay. Okay.
Any questions
Yeah,
here?
yeah. After my surname, there is again SAM, sir.
SAM, huh? But it's already got right. It's a different. Okay. Oh, that's one.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Okay.
It's a posted. After posting, copy and post in some WhatsApp groups. Slowly they will share with the others. Okay.
Okay.
Let's remove these guys. So because of too much hashtags or something, it's not capturing. Let's take it from here only directly. Yeah, it's a posted. See this. Copy here and share with your friends. Okay. Or else copy from here and share with your WhatsApp group. How beautiful and color. The intention also, the integration between Java and AA. The complete concept is come here again. Right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, okay, Hemant, then we can meet tomorrow same time, 6 o'clock or 5:30? 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock we'll meet tomorrow then. Huh? Okay. 6
Okay,
to
sir.
7.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, guys.